really quick. Let's talk about the Pete Versus Society Patreon first off. It's only $1, guys. $1. What does $1 get you? $1 gets you into the exclusive episodes I am recording currently. I'm actually focusing on certain different diagnoses of things to show you guys what it actually looks like as it manifests in a person. So why not for $1, judges? Yeah, they said $1. I just checked with them too. See, they said it was okay. It was $1 anyways. Let's also talk about the Oracle Talk Radio Networks app. In case you can't be here live listening to me, watching this video, supporting the show, you can listen to it on the radio app. Why not? It connects us live to our 365 radio. Just go to your app stores and download the Oracle Talk Radio Network. You'll see the big old Oracle Talk Radio Network app logo right on there. Download it. It'll connect you to me, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, to Pete Versus Society when I'm live doing my thing right here, informing the world and raising mental health awareness. So where are you going to be? 10 a.m., of course. Come on, we just talked about this. Pay attention for once. Damn, do y'all know how to listen? And as always, guys, like, follow, and share the YouTube channel. If you guys like what you're seeing, leave some comments, man. We want to know. I want to know if you like what you're on. You want to be on the show? Let me know. Hit me up at PeteVersusAnxietyPod@gmail.com. And as always, guys, enjoy the show. And by the way, did I mention to like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel as well? Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure because some of y'all are hard of hearing in the back, may have to yell loud or get a megaphone or something. But, anyways, let's get today's show started. Y'all have a great one. Enjoy. Guys, welcome into another exciting episode of Pete vs. Anxiety. My guest today is the one, the only Sam Mitchell, host of Autism Rocks and Rolls. How you doing, brother?
Hey, good to be here. I'm not the only one, though, actually. I just looked up. There's a basketball coach named Sam Mitchell.
Well, that's good. You share names with somebody else, so,
I guess so.
So, Sam, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about your podcast, man?
So what I do is I run a podcast called Autism Rocks and Rolls. It's a podcast about autism and how we cope with daily struggles that you may or may not understand. Through the podcast, it's grown so much. I developed sponsors, a board of 8. I'm also an event player in Indiana, which is where I'm from. I also do motivational Oklahoma, Orlando 3 times, Canada twice, Stewart, Florida, and Washington, D.C. But through this podcast, it's just the main goal is to change the stigma of autism because we've been ridiculed in my life so much. And one of my symptoms of autism, I guess you could call, is I have crippling anxiety.
Oh, yeah? Well,
Yes,
Sam,
sir.
that's great to hear, man. It sounds like you're doing a lot of things going on over there, huh? How long have you had your podcast?
I'm trying to.
Aren't we all, man? I'm trying to do a lot too, but that's awesome, though. So, how long have you had your podcast now?
Since October 2019.
There you go, man. That's what's up. So, how many episodes you have published now officially?
Oh, good Lord. I lost count, man. I think 300 something.
Jeez, 300 and some episodes, man. That's awesome. Are you available on pretty much on every platform, Apple, all that good stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's good, man. That's awesome to hear, man. I saw your thing. I was like, man, I got to bring this guy on the show. We need to have more people like you out here trying to break stigmas about things. And it's awesome, man. That's what we're doing here on this show, breaking the stigma about mental health and how it's perceived. My guest earlier, Tammy, she was doing the same thing and all that kind of stuff. So it's great that we all can come together like this and support each other and things like that, So what kind of stuff do you guys talk about on your show, Sam?
Well, I talk about a lot of autism behaviors. Sometimes I'll interview people. I've interviewed a lot of professional wrestlers. I've interviewed Mick Foley, for example.
Oh, dude, you got Mick Foley on the show? Get out of here.
Yep, I did.
That's awesome.
I've also had Temple Grandin on the show. I've had a lot of people with big platforms.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's so awesome to see and all that kind of stuff, And I Mick Foley, dude, that's awesome. Who else have you had on there? Anybody other big names?
Kane? Jake Yep.
Oh, no way, dude. You're going to say Jake the Snake as well?
Yep.
Get out of here, dude. Those had to be the coolest people in the world to talk to.
Oh, they're pretty good people. Let's see, who else have I had? I've had James Durbin on, Mandy Harvey, a lot of Mayor's Got Talent, and American Idol. So
that's awesome, man. Damn, Mick Foley, I'm jealous already, Sam. That's what I need. I need a couple big names like that to come on over here, man. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I try to think of what else I've had on here that has big names. Victoria from wrestling, Buff Bagwell.
Buff Bagwell? Oh, dude, Buff Bagwell's my guy.
Oh, that's my dad's favorite, too. He's one of my dad's. And then some famous comedians, Judy Gold and Brad Loakley.
There you go. Damn, Sam, you're just doing plenty of things out there. That's awesome, man.
Thank you.
So it's okay. So who is your dream guest of all time, though? I mean, you get all these big names coming on there, but who do you really want? Like, who's the one person, if you could get them to say yes, who would it be?
Eminem and Gordon Ramsay. Those are the two big ones.
Oh, those are good choices. Damn, Sam. Gordon Ramsay for sure, because I love Chef. Chef cracks me up, man. I love watching his shows. I mean, it would just be cool to see just because. If I had to pick some, I'm right now. I'm on a campaign on TikTok right now. I'm trying to get people. I'm trying to get Papa Roach on the show. I want Jacoby Shaddix to come on. I would die if I can get him on there. It'd be the greatest thing ever. I do have Lucy Lenore from the band Hunter. She's going to be on in 2 weeks. I'm trying to think what else I got coming down the line. I got a couple other Amazon bestsellers coming through as well. I get a lot of authors and stuff on mine too, and things like that. But nothing as cool as yours, though, man. Because God, Mick Foley, Kane, Sam. I'm jealous, man. Those would be awesome people. Jake the Snake would even be great to talk to. Because man, I
Yeah.
remember Jake from the '90s, man. Him and Stone Cold, King of the Ring. Damn.
Well, I'll tell you
That,
this much: Kane has a scheduling team you can always talk to. So.
oh, you'll have to send me the info for that for sure, dude. That would be dope.
You gotta find the mayor of count. You gotta find all you have to do literally if you want to talk to like him in particular is you need to talk to his people at the Tennessee. All you gotta do is just find the, you know, mayor, mayor's office phone number. And they'll get to you. So
Hell yeah, that's what's up. See, Sam's over here teaching me something new, guys. He's like, hey, let me show you how to get these big dogs in there. How did you get Mick Foley, though? That's got to be so cool. Mick had to be just the coolest guy to talk to in general.
a lot of behind the scenes happened with that one.
Yeah.
A lot of wrestling podcasts I was on previously knew I had a stream of having him on, and apparently he was a former ECW wrestler, and he
Yep.
just
Yes, he
wanted to help
was.
me out.
Dude, that's awesome. So is wrestling a big part of your life? You love wrestling?
Oh yeah, loved it
That's
since I was
awesome.
6. Haven't grown out of it, man.
I'm still there with you, man. Like I said, I love the fact that Peacock has all like the old school matches I can relive from my childhood.
Yeah,
Man,
switching to Netflix though, and I'm hoping to get a Netflix account so I can keep my WWE content.
that'd be awesome, though. Like I'm telling you, man. Listen, if I could, it would have been great to have the late great Scott Hall. Just gonna say, Razor Ramon. I was a huge Razor Ramon fan. I know I've gotten to meet the Ultimate Warrior. He was actually out here in the Dallas Fort area before he passed away. He was coming by all the time. Um, Vinnie Paul from Pantera, I've got to meet him too. There's a couple other people. Damn, dude, I'm still jealous, man. Buff Battle would have been cool too, just because I used to watch Buff back in the '90s on WCW. Well, that's awesome, Sam. So you got anything new coming up here down the pipeline that you want to tell everybody about?
Let's see what's going on down the pipe. So here in Wednesday, I'm going to be speaking to an adult high school up in Indianapolis, which is basically a school for adults who dropped out but want to go back to get their high school diploma. And then on December 21st, I'm having a breakfast with Santa.
There you go. That's awesome. That's so cool. Hey, by the way, there's a summit. I'll have to send you the link for. It's from the 10th to the 12th of December. It's called Breaking the Stigma. That my guest earlier today was telling me about. She's gonna have 45 different speakers across the four. She's gonna have 3 days. Okay, so the first 2 days are free, but there's a VIP day for the third day for anybody who wants to meet the speaker and things like that. So I'll have to send you the link for all the information and stuff like that. And you can pass it along to everybody to check out and things like that because it's free. Why not? Let's want to spread the word of mental health while we can with everybody else and use our connections to help each other out with that.
Right.
So, well, that's awesome, man. That's so cool to see, though. You got a bunch of stuff planned and going and things like that. Trying to think if I don't have anything exciting happening so far here, man. I haven't even thought about Breakfast with Santa, man. I'd have to reach out. There's a TikTok account where Santa Claus is on. I wonder if I can consider getting him to come on one time and see if he'll come do it with the kids. That'd be pretty cool.
Hey, Christmas special, you could surround the Santa helping out destigmatizing mental health because all he does is bring jolly and gifts.
That's a good point, Sam. I like that. Good idea. I'll have to see. I'll have to clear the schedule, see what I can do. If not for this year, it'll definitely be for next year, but for sure. So anyway, Sam, let me ask you a question. Okay. So you started this podcast, everything else, stuff like that. Where are you going to? You're gonna try to be a part of a network eventually, or what's your plan down the road?
Well, my plan is to get it to where I can actually make it a full-time job because right now I'm in college studying broadcasting, and I definitely want to use my broadcasting skills. That's how it started, really. Was
Yeah.
I wanted to not wait till college, but I ended up here, and I'm fine with it. But hopefully I can get a degree and then maybe hopefully grow Autism Rocks Rose to a full-time job. Or if not, I'm probably going to be working on the radio
That'd be
somehow.
cool too. Well, definitely have to keep me posted on what goes on with that because I'm for sure. I'll definitely check out your podcast for sure, but the radio be dope. But like, hey, listen, I know that guy. That'd be pretty cool.
Thank you.
That'd be awesome, man. That's so cool to see, though. So, have you? So you did it in 2019. Did you have any ups and downs along the way? Was any advice anybody aspiring to have a podcast of their own like we do?
Well, here's the deal with me. If you're going to get started a podcast, get the equipment, but have someone else engineer it for yourself. Like, have someone engineer it for you. Once it's engineered, I can play and have fun, but before, it's a nightmare to even get an engineer. So you better find the right person to set up your equipment.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I do it solo right now. We're using StreamYard currently, so I mean it's not too bad. Everything's integrated in here, so I'm pretty much having luck on my own right now. But eventually down the road, that's where I'm going to go. I think that's what I'll be because it's so great. Because I'm a part of the Oracle Talk Radio Network, which is nice. It's basically a collection of smaller shows. They just want to get the voice out and things like that. Anybody can join if they like. There is a fee to join, but there is an opportunity to earn money though, based on your viewership percentage. If you want all that information, I'll send you the link for that, and stuff like that. And you can get a weekly show, and they'll let you do one weekly. Pick what day of the week works for you, and on the schedule, put you on the schedule, and boom, you're set off. And then you'll be on the 365 radio app, and then everything else, and all your socials and stuff like that. So, it's kind of cool though, honestly, man. This thing started as an idea in August, and now we're here now. We're booked out to July of 2025 next year. And I just have like so much I'm trying to do in so little time, and I'm learning a lot as I go. The equipment thing I definitely agree with. I luckily have been gifted a lot of the stuff I have, like my laptop and my mic actually, and then I bought the arm extension for it and everything else too. So I've been lucky and blessed with people, helping me out with things like that. So, but that's so cool though, man. That like I said, I'm still jealous, man. I am, Sam, really am. But that's
I just try to do what I can do, man. It just, the only way to do it is just ask these big dogs straight up front if you're going to do it, and you're their publicist. It typically is the only way you can do it, I think.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's all I've been doing. That's how I got Lucy Lenore. I got her to say, yeah. I just hit her up on a random Instagram post and she responded. And I was like, holy crap, she responded. So I pitched everybody. Dane Cook, I pitched Jelly Roll, pitched Bunny. I'm pitching them all, man. I'm going for them all. I'm going for the big dogs. We're gonna try and get as many.
Hey, I
as we
tried
can
Jelly
on the
Roll
show.
too, but I got nothing in return.
Listen, man, he gets a lot of messages. Bunny would be cool to have though too. That's another cool guest. Definitely. And if I were to get Bunny, I'd surprise my wife and tell her to come here. I said, I got to show you something, babe. And then her be right there. She'd lose it completely. My wife loves Bunny. So,
Gotcha.
but that's so cool, man. But that's awesome to see that you're out there breaking the stigma about autism, man. Is there some other things you can tell people about autism that they don't seem to understand? Because we need to educate people about this, obviously.
Right. People forget there's a whole spectrum of autism. So when you think of autism, not you, but maybe other people, they think that everyone on the spectrum can't go to the bathroom on their own. They can't brush their teeth on their own. They can't do anything, or are bedridden, or in a wheelchair because of neurological issues. Now, I'm not going to lie, that is some. But
Yeah.
I still think they can do something. And people need to realize that's not all of us. I mean, I'm on the spectrum. I'm not wheelchair bound. I can brush my teeth. I can go to the bathroom. I can do things. I may struggle socially, but
Yeah.
I'm doing all right in college, my academics. Why is that
That's
being
great.
ignored?
Yeah, man, and a lot of people see that, they automatically just go, ooh. It's like you don't understand. Don't ask a question, man. It's not hard to ask them, hey, you better understand what people deal with. And like Sam said, a lot of them are high functioning. They can do a lot of these guys are smarter than half the people I know. Like there's a few kids I know with autism, man. One of these kids, he can name every capital in the world, Sam, and it's the most impressive thing I've ever seen in my life. You can point to the globe, hey, what's this country's capital? He'll rattle it off without even thinking twice.
Dang, that's impressive. I got a friend who has about 2,000 movies, and they're in alphabetical order.
Oh, Jesus. That'd be crazy, especially putting those all in order.
Oh, yeah. And I went to his house, and I thought, holy moly.
Yeah, think about it. 2,000 different movies to watch. Jeez Louise, man. It'd be in paradise, man. It'd be better than Netflix, okay? You could choose whatever you want to watch on your own. Oh, man. Don't lie, man. You thought about going over there and switching up their stuff, didn't you?
No, I haven't. I'm not that mean to him. I might bully my friend here and there, but I'm not going to do that to him.
Seems like I'm not that mean of a person today. Maybe he upsets me. I'll go switch out a couple of movies around and see what he says.
Sure, at this point.
That's awesome, man. So what days do you usually record your podcast?
The days, it just typically depends when. I mean,
Yeah,
I just try to do it at home or when I can do it. There's no really a particular day.
that's good. Don't. And when do you usually publish your stuff? Do you have a certain day you post everything consistently?
Every 13 days. So
Okay.
count 13 days from the latest published day to the next published day. We'll count 13 days from the next for this published day. Let's say today was a published day, for example.
Yeah.
Count 13 days from today. That's your next episode.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome, man. And like I said, you're where are you located? Are you on like all the different social sites, or are you just
Yep.
strictly audio?
Apple Podcasts, YouTube. I'm not a hard guy to find.
Oh, look, he says it's not hard to find everybody.
If you Google me your search engine optimization, autism rocks and rolls, something will pop up.
Yeah, I searched it already. Actually, on the way home, I was double checking to make sure I had the right information, and I seen that. I was like, "Hey, listen." I was shocked when I could Google myself, Sam. I was like, "Damn!" I show up on this Google engine. Someone said, "Hey, have you ever searched yourself?" I'm like, "It's a strange thing to ask somebody. Like, have you ever searched yourself?" No, I haven't searched myself. And they did, and it was like, "Oh, okay." Well, then I show up. I'm like, "Whoa, get out of here!" Here I am, right there. It's my name popping up right there,
Yeah.
and I'm like, "This is crazy."
To be
And
fair, it's you better searching yourself than the cops searching yourself. Let's be honest.
Sam's like, okay, well, you have a good point there. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm not hard to find either. I'm on TikTok and everything else. So, like, it's not like they couldn't figure out where I'm at some point. I'm pretty much in every social site possible nowadays just to try and get the word out there and spread the message and the app show and everything like that, because I'm still new and everything else. I did have another podcast. It was called Pete's Corner Store. I did for a long time. It was something a little fun I did with a friend of mine. We did about maybe 50 to 60 episodes of it, and then it just kind of like it just wasn't going the way I wanted to. So we switched it up, and then I lo and behold, here's where Pete versus anxiety has appeared now. So, and this has seemed to take off really faster too. As soon as I put a digital calendar up, it was just like gone and took off.
Yeah, that's fair. Digital calendars are very helpful.
Yeah, I didn't realize that at first. I was trying to do it all myself, and I'm learning a lot of things as I go here. I'm learning the hard way for a lot of stuff. But now that I've got a little more balance in my life, it's a lot easier. Now
Right.
they have the show weekly. I just pretty much look at my calendar, see who's there, make sure I got my notes ready for them, and I'll know exactly who they are, everything else, and I'm good to go. And then I'll confirm ahead of time too with a lot of people, make sure nobody's canceling on me. That way, I'm ready to go, and I'm already out because I got a list of people already that want to be on the show. Everybody's like, I want to be on the show. I'm like, yeah, well, I'm kind of booked till July 2025. You're like, what? 2025? I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you, man. I just this thing took off on its own. As soon as that digital calendar hit, it went from January to July in like a week and a half.
I feel that. I have to deal with that same issue.
So you get a lot of people that will ask you to be on the show, like, hey Sam, put me on your podcast. You're like,
Yeah,
I don't
I
know
have to
about
tell them.
that.
No, I tell them wait up. I'll if I ever want you, I'll let you know.
Sam's like, I'll let you know if I need you.
Pretty much.
So yeah, that's awesome though, man. So you like wrestling podcasts? You've done a bunch of them, you said?
Yeah, like I said, I've had those 3 guests on, the ones I mentioned before. I've been
Yeah.
on several wrestling podcasts too, just
Yeah.
because I get to talk about it. It's a fun time for me. I get to do all mental health podcasts, which is fun, but you stick a theme for a while and it kind of gets old. But wrestling podcasts, I get to talk about it and actually let loose more, not have to talk about mental health all the time and put on my mental health face.
Yeah. No, I hear you, man. And the great thing about this is we can talk about whatever you want. Wrestling all day. I'm down with wrestling, man. So who's your favorite wrestler of all time?
Mick Foley.
You told Mick that too, didn't you? Mick, you're my favorite guy. Mick's like, all right, guy, I appreciate
Yep.
it.
Yep, I told him
God,
that.
God, dude, I'm still starstruck by that, man. That's so cool though. That you got to meet your idol though, man. Can you imagine that you're watching this guy every week on TV, watching him play all the different characters he plays and everything else, Cactus Jack and all the other different personas he pulled off, Dude Love, Mankind, all those, and he's right there in front of you talking to you about everything and his experiences and stuff.
Oh
And
yeah.
all the death matches he's been through.
Yep.
His biography is just amazing, though. His book was really good.
I'm
I
not
know that.
hard. I'm not hard to be starstruck too. I've had that with all the other guests, like the Mayor's Got Talent people talking about coming on Mayor's Got Talent. It's pretty nice.
It's pretty cool though. You got America's Got Talent people on there though, man. That's really cool to have them on as guests and everything too.
Yeah.
Is it the same way you connect them through their publicists and stuff like that?
Sometimes, but sometimes they have a Facebook Messenger I'll use.
Oh, okay. So you're just hitting up however like I do. That's the way I'm doing it too now. I'm just pretty much messaging people. I am on my campaign for the Papa Roach thing. I've been tagging him on TikTok. So we're gonna see if we can get him on the show. I've reached out to Dane Cook. He's actually accepted my message. So I was like, hey, that's a step up from nothing at all. So I mean, you never know. Maybe he'll read it one day and see that and come on, because he'd be pretty cool to talk to.
Yeah.
So that'd be awesome though. So wrestling wise, what's your favorite match of all time? I gotta ask you.
Well, it's the Undertaker and Mankind, but surprisingly, it's not the Hell in the Cell. It's the
Mm.
Buried Alive match up in Indy. It was actually in Indianapolis. It's part of the reason why I like it. But it's just at that time span, what they were doing was so different compared to what others were seeing at the time span.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. They did do a lot of on edge kind of things, and then what did you have? You had the Nation of Domination and Degeneration X showing up, and all them. Oh my God, DX was my favorite group of people to
Yeah.
watch. Though they were just cracking me the hell up. I did like the innovative matches they had though. The Buried Alive one was a very great, really good concept, especially for the Undertaker, because you know he had the signature casket match all the time, and then Kane had the ambulance match type thing they brought in when him and Shane faced off and stuff like
Yep.
that. Yep.
Yeah.
He's like, I remember that one. Yep, that was good. You know, I like watching Shawn Michaels was a good one to watch all the time too. Him and Diesel, I thought was a really great combination. And then you know how Diesel evolved from Diesel to Kevin Nash, and then when he went to go to WCW, and then the NWO was formed, and it was just like it was great, man. We got a great like '90s of wrestling was the greatest time ever. I don't care what people say. Don't get me wrong, the '80s were great too because you had Hulk Hogan, you had Andre the Giant, you had Macho Man. You had all them big personalities there. It was just so much to handle at once. You had Ric Flair. You had Dusty Rhodes. You know, you had all them guys on there and stuff like that. And now when you move to the '90s, you had the Attitude Era where they started changing everything up. You had The Rock and all them appear, and Kurt Angle was on there and all that great stuff too. So,
Yeah, man. It's pretty sick. It was a pretty sick time in that time span. I remember it.
God, dude, I loved it. I remember that, dude. That was the greatest time in TV ever in my life. The NWO and all them forming and things like that, and all that other cool stuff too.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
So, Sam, so what? Let's tell yourself, tell you, tell people about yourself a little more. Is there any other things you're into besides wrestling? I
Well,
know
I
you said
done
going to school for radio broadcasting and all that cool stuff, which that's pretty cool, honestly.
yeah, I hear you. Well, let's see. I'm trying to think of what else here I've done.
You like
I,
music?
I love music, man. Rock and roll. I've done TEDx talks is something else I've done. That helps
Yeah,
anything. Called Soul Structure. It was out in I think 2019. We had to do it virtually because of COVID, but
yeah,
it's still qualified as a TEDx talk.
that works. So, who's your favorite bands currently?
Man, I like them all, man. It's a tie between AC/DC and Nickelback.
That's an interesting combination there.
It is, but hey, it works. I don't know why
Hey,
people say they
listen,
hate. I don't know why people say they hate Nickelback, but it's a good
I
one.
think that was a running joke in the '90s. We all had to hate on somebody, so we picked Nickelback, and unfortunately, they were the unfortunate souls that got chose.
Yeah,
You know.
you're not wrong. It's like, why do you guys hate them for real?
Listen, for a long time, everybody hated MXPX too, and it was why did they hate him? Who knows why they hated him? They just disliked him. I mean, it's just is what it is at that point,
Yeah, you ain't kidding there.
right? That's hilarious though. So Sam, let me ask you a question. How's your mental health today?
Uh, you know what? It's not too bad. It's definitely better because I'm running around with my head cut off for a good reason. I'm giving Christmas presents to friends.
That's awesome. That's awesome, man. That's great to hear. So, let me ask you as well. Like, what is school like? So, radio broadcasting's got to be interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely a fun prop field to be in, but I also believe that I also have just people in a support system, unlike high school, because high school was high school, let's call it that, and middle school was middle school.
Yeah,
So it was not the most fun time for me in grade school because I got excluded a lot of all the stereotypes that come with autism. The staff was great, but the students stunk.
yeah. I get that, man. I get that a lot of people are just scared because they don't know enough, or they don't know how to approach you, and afraid that just because you're probably socially awkward, as you said. A lot of people don't know how to handle that kind of stuff. Me, it doesn't really affect me at all. I could talk to anybody, really, honestly, and it's great. I interact with several people I know that have autism that come into where I work. One young man, he comes in all the time. He's all excited. He loves baseball, and it was great. He got to go visit with one of the teams his baseball team actually had to help out with one of the semi-pro teams that are out here that where I'm at. So that was kind of cool too to see, just to see that he gets to do something he loves like that, and go get to participate with the team and stuff because he's in love with the team out here.
That's cool.
So, do you like sports too?
Eh, not the most sportsy type of guy. Never really have been.
Yeah, I get that though. It makes sense, and it's sports aren't for everybody. Wrestling was our thing, man. I like sports too, but wrestling, man, was my number one thing. I like video games a lot too, things like that and all that great stuff.
Right.
But yeah. So Sam, you have any interesting episodes coming up down the line? Any fun guests you want to let us know ahead about?
Well, I keep them top secret, but
Oh, okay.
not any I can think of on the top of my head. No.
Oh, so you're keeping the good ones top secret. I see how it goes. All right. Well, then hopefully I have to check out Sam's podcast for sure over there because he's hiding some good ones apparently coming down the line.
Apparently.
Oh, that's awesome, man. So do you get on any other social sites like Facebook, YouTube, any
Yeah.
of those other things?
I have Facebook I use Facebook for leisure, but that's pretty much all I use.
You don't use TikTok or anything like that?
Nah. I'm too afraid I'll get addicted to it.
Yeah, no, I can understand that a little bit. Yeah, man, it's fun though once you get on there and you get to start doing some of the other stuff and see other people that have similar interests. So I mean, it's not a bad thing, but I mean, it's just you got to regulate it, just like anything else you think about.
Yeah, make a point there.
Are you a video gamer at all? Play any video games? Call of Duty, none of that stuff?
Nah, not typically.
You don't have time basically on your schedule. You're over there doing school. So you do school and the podcast are pretty much all you got time for.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good, man. I'm thinking about I'm gonna go look at going to school for psychology in the beginning of the year too. So that way I can start learning a little more about everything and stuff like that and different things about other different diagnoses people deal with, and it'd be pretty fun, I think.
I think, yeah, it sounds kind of fun. It's just gonna be a lot of paperwork from what my school does, at least with psychology.
I thought about doing broadcasting as well. I'm not gonna lie. I thought about broadcasting because that'd be kind of cool too.
Yeah.
Hearing myself on the radio at some point would be kind of cool to do. Not gonna lie.
Broadcasting's fun. Broadcasting is fun. It's very creative. That's why I think I went into it too. The creativity. There's endless amount of possibilities.
Yeah. So so when you're done with your broadcasting, do they help you find like jobs or internships places, or is that kind of on you to figure out?
That's on us, bub.
And what state are you in?
I'm in Indiana.
Oh, okay. So, oh well, I don't know. Is there a radio station in Indiana you're looking at right ahead of time to see if they'll let you intern over there?
Well, I've already interned at a radio station up in Bedford for the summer, WQRK, to get some experience.
Oh, there
so
you
maybe
go.
I'll go back there. You never know. We'll see what happens.
What did you do at the radio station though? Did you just get to kind of help out, do the back scene?
Got to do weather, helped out with production, which I enjoy the most.
Yeah.
Helped out with sometimes segments. Talk of the Town was an example. It was fun.
Sounds like it was a good time. So is that what you're trying to do? Is you be the in the director's chair, or do you want to be on the mic?
On the mic. On the mic. On the mic.
Sam's like, give me the mic, man. I got this. I got this covered. Well, that'd be cool, though. You have to keep us posted, though, for sure, man. Because if you end up getting on that radio station or of your choice, man, we're definitely have to give you a shout out for sure to have people come check you out there.
Okay, go right ahead anytime. Just chilling, man.
I love how cool you play it off to you. Like, yeah, it's all right, man. Don't worry about it. It's cool. I got this. I got this covered. It's awesome to see, Sam, man. I'm glad. You're pushing the limits here, man, because it's awesome here that you're going to school, you got plans, everything else. It's gonna be. I think I see big things in the future, man. You're gonna run your own radio show, basically. Gonna do like Cow's Morning Madhouse in Chicago.
Maybe.
So you got to put some thought into it. How long is your schooling?
I'm gonna head out not this semester, but the next one.
So you only got another semester to go, and you're done. That's it.
Yep.
Hey, man, that's what's up. There you go. Well, yeah, like I said, you'll have to keep us posted on your way you go, see how you go. That way we can know where to check you out, man. That we can be like, hey, listen, I know Sam. I talked to him before. He's cool.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Like I said, man, only time will tell. You never know with me some days.
That's okay. So do you have any other mental health diagnosis you deal with? Oh, I was lost you there for a second.
I just realized that. There we go. Okay. I have ADHD too, and I get very fidgety. That's why I walked around a lot, as you could tell during this episode, because I can't sit still.
Yeah. Is ADHD the only other thing you deal with?
As far as mental health wise, yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, I noticed you were walking around a bit. My wife does the same thing too, so.
And then the anxiety, but
Yeah,
I
we all have
mean,
anxiety. So let me ask
like,
you, how does your anxiety affect you though?
it can be very crippling, and I can get very like shut down easily and not even care about it.
Yeah,
I
do you
did that.
like
Yes, I overthought one yesterday. It was a paper I meant to turn in, but because of the ADHD, I was like, oh, squirrel, and I thought I turned it in. So I went home for the holidays, went
yeah.
back to school, looked at my grade. Oh no, it was 0 out of 100 because I didn't turn it in. So I thought, well, I'm pretty much screwed. I'm gonna fail this class. Yeah, blah 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 blah. Well, she just talked to her this morning, or the professor, and she was like, I saw your email. I, I didn't see it yet. You're good to go. Don't worry about it. So I thought, wow, I
Oh,
sweated for nothing.
yeah, I bet, man. It's a paper. You got to make sure you turn your stuff. You want to get credit for all your work.
All I usually do, it's just that it was ready to go, but I just forgot to hit the gosh dang submit button.
Yeah. Do you do a lot of your classes online?
No, they're in person.
Oh, okay. So you guys have a full functioning radio station there? I'm just curious. Like the school itself have its own radio station. You guys get to basically test run it?
Yeah, in some cases, some things we get to do with it. We done like student shifts with
Yeah.
it. I'm trying to think what else. We made our students podcast before. They've just done some assignments to
Well, there you
train
go.
us.
Podcast, man. That's your expertise here.
Yeah.
Sam, tell
So
them I got this.
we done some students podcasts with groups. I think my latest one was on like teaching, the behind the scenes of teaching. And then let's see, what else did we do it over? We did one over like our favorite rock albums. I think my solo one for my final I'm gonna try to do is Red Dead Redemption. So we'll see how that goes.
There you go. What are you going to do? Just talk about Red Dead Redemption, the game, the storyline, the
Yep, the
gameplay?
game, storyline, the plot, maybe some lessons you can learn from it.
There you go. That's a good one, too. Or the Red Dead 2 is pretty good. I don't know if you like Resident Evil, be a great one, too.
No, I haven't heard that one.
Resident Evil?
Resident Evil?
Yeah, you never played Resident Evil before? It's a great game.
Mm-mm.
Do you like horror games at all? It's a horror game.
Nope. No, I hate horror stuff. That when you start me like that, it pisses me off. Like
Yeah.
it literally makes me mad.
Yeah. Do you prefer an online player like Red Dead, like has the open world type feature? Do you,
Yeah. Well, I like the two. The Red Dead has stories. Like there's
yeah.
always like a story or a mission you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
With Disney, I remember as growing up as a kid, I played Disney Infinity. That's what I always loved. Is there was a mission and clear instructions. That may be part of the autism too. Why I loved it was there were clear instructions in the game. So it's like,
Yeah.
all right, go throw this person in jail. Okay. That's the instructions. Go throw the person in jail.
Yeah.
It's
I
not
get
like
that. I get that
walking
because
all over
some
the
of
place.
them are like that though.
It's structured, and I like structure in my life.
Yeah. Yeah. So if it's not structured, you want nothing to do with it. You're like, yeah, I can't do this. That's too much for me over there.
Yeah, some stuff. Video games in particular, though, yes.
Yeah. That's not bad though. Like I get that though. Some of them nowadays don't give enough instructions, and then you have to explain like the 20 different button control to people. I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah, that's like no. If you can do a simplicity with video games, it's better.
Yeah, well, I mean, people want more now. If you think about it, though, with Call of Duties, just keeps amping it up every year. What is there? I play Diablo 4 a lot, and there's a lot going on with that one too. A lot of moving parts and the customization ability nowadays is just endless for a lot of them. Like Elder Scrolls Online is another one, and stuff like that. And not a lot of them have that go to mission thing. Like Diablo, I like because I like the free realm. Now that's my personal preference. I just like to be able to just go do my own thing. Because that's what I did in like games like Elder Scrolls. I would just basically just take off, not even do the original mission. I'd just take off and do my own thing for a while. Then I come back and start doing the storyline.
Yeah, I know
Yeah,
what you mean by that.
can't be staying that. I don't structure don't work for me. I like chaos when it comes to those games because I'm like, that's what I'm getting in there for. I'm in there because I'm in there to go ahead and wander around and do my own thing. I like to take off and Pete do his own thing. And a lot of times that's what I do when I play Diablo 4 and stuff. I'm just basically wandering off from the storyline. Or I'll start at a harder level than other people. And they're like, oh, what level are you on? I'm like, oh, I'm playing it like world tier, whatever, just amping it up because that's how we used to play it.
Yeah, right. I agree, man.
So is Red Dead your favorite game, or do you have a favorite game of all time?
Yeah, that's probably my favorite game, I would say.
Red Dead, yeah, that's a good one. Like if you want to go old school though, you go and play what is it? Damn, I can't think of it now. There's a game I'm thinking of. If I think of it, I'll tell you. But yeah, Red Dead was, I really never played much Red Dead, maybe because I didn't really get into it. It was a little after me. I know Rockstar made all those other games and stuff. And there's just too many for me to choose from, Sam. I got too many games, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I got like 48 games. I've never even finished half of them.
Huh, fair enough. I got maybe not that much, but
Well, I got a friend I share with. He and I sharing accounts together, that whole online, file sharing thing. So he buys a lot of random games. And sometimes we're just like, oh yeah, we're gonna play this game, and then no, that's it, gone. Lost me there. There's something else. Oh, look, the whole squirrel mentality. Squirrel, okay, look, new game. I gotta play that instead. And I never
right,
come back to it ever again. I'm like, yeah, I'll go back and eventually finish that.
right.
So, but that's you don't play Fortnite or any of that other good stuff too.
Nah, I'm afraid not, man.
Listen, you don't have to be afraid of nothing, man. It's fine. I'm just curious. Like I said, I'm just wondering.
I
So how
know.
old are you, Sam? Just curiosity.
22.
22. Okay.
Yep.
So that's awesome, man. 22, own podcast, man. Looks like you got things going on the up and up at this point, man. You're gonna finish school, you're gonna get out there, you're gonna hit the radio station. You can't forget about the little people out there.
Oh, I won't. I won't.
Sam's like, I won't forget about you, man. You're okay. So that's awesome, man. I'm trying to think now. Any plans for New Year's? Got anything exciting going on? You gonna do any special episode for that?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head. No.
No. Any other podcasts you gonna be on? No more wrestling podcasts?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
I'm trying to think what else I can ask you at this point. So let me ask you this question, okay? So if you could pick one message to the world, what would it be?
Well, I think it's just one message. I think it's just the truth. If the world could be nice and not be so stupid, I think we get along so much better, don't you think?
Oh, I agree. Yeah. Yeah. But
Man.
we gotta educate them, Sam. That's why we're here, man. That's why I'm here. That's why you're there. That's why everybody else is here, man. We're all trying to do the same thing. We're all trying to educate these guys little by little about it, everything. And you trying to break the stigma about autism. I'm trying to break the stigma about mental health. And little by little, man, we'll educate one person at a time. If we just your story or whatever resonates with one person, man, I think you're better off right there than anything, because it's at least you reach one person, and that one person will tell 5 people after that, and then so on, so on. It'll just spread out kind of like wildfire.
Yeah, exactly.
So, well, that's there you go. See, got any fun plans for the holiday? Gonna go visit family?
Oh, probably on that one. My family's not that far though from me. Good news is we're so close to each other. We just live a mile from each other with each side, so it's a nice benefit.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to live that close to my family members. I like to stay shut in a lot of times, and they all want me to come do things, and I'm like, yeah, no. My anxiety says no. We're good.
Gotcha.
My anxiety tends to just let me do my own thing at this point. It's like, all right, man, no. So, but yeah, I get the whole feeling of moving around, because normally when I my ADHD kind of kicks in, dude, you'll notice it, because I'll just start going off into complete tangents, and then I'll change subjects instantly, like squirrel, new topic.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but that's awesome, man. Like I said, I do appreciate you coming on the show and everything like that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to ask you, honestly, man. Just anybody want to shout out while we're at it?
Well, thank you guys for listening. I appreciate it, and thank you for having me on.
Definitely, man.
Feel free to share my podcast. Check out my website, autismrocksmills.com. Hopefully, you will help me change the stigma of mental health and autism mainly.
Yeah, you heard him, guys. Definitely, that's what I'm saying right there. And go support Sam. Damn, go support him. You come support this show. You're watching the show. Go check out his podcast. Give him a shout out. Give him a follow. Let him know you heard him on Pete vs. Anxiety. We got to keep in touch with Sam. Make sure we know exactly what he's up to. See if he makes that radio dream come on. Look, somebody already got a first comment. Ken says, "Thank you, Sam."
You're welcome. You're welcome, Ken.
Ken's a friend of the show, by the way. He's one of my good friends I met on TikTok, man. He and I hang out. We check each other every day. We message each other every day, ask how our mental health's going on, and things like that.
Well, nice to meet you, Ken.
Right, Ken. Don't forget to go follow his podcast, man. Come on now. I'm trying to think if there's anything else before we wrap up here. This is going to be a little shorter than usual episode. But it's all right though, because Sam, we're gonna let you go anyways, buddy. You sure you don't want to plug any more socials or anything else?
I pretty much have done my whole episode, so thank you again, though.
I appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much. Ken said, "Nice to meet you too." By the way.
Yeah, good like I said, hopefully we'll keep in touch, Ken. Maybe we'll see what happens, right?
Definitely, definitely. I'll get them all your information. You want to send me all your information for everything? I'll definitely post it inside the bio to this show right here, and be good
It's
to
on
go.
autismrocksandrolls.com. That's where my
Yep.
information mainly is.
There
So
we go. Boom. I'll have it in the description for everybody. Go check out Sam. Sam, thank you so much again for coming in. I appreciate being here, brother. Like I said, if you have anything new events coming by, just shoot them over to me. I'll definitely post them out there, put them on all the socials. See if we can get some noise there for you, brother. Okay. If you got any special guests coming through, man, don't forget to let me know, man. Come on now. Share
all
a fellow
right.
wrestling brother out, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. This is going to wrap up this episode of Pete vs. Anxiety, the mental health podcast, breaking the stigma that mental health just isn't talked about enough. Like I say, guys, one kind act you do could save somebody's life or heck, even make somebody's day. Sam, again, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it, brother. We'll definitely keep in touch with you. And guys, as always, I'll catch you next week, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time here on YouTube and the Oracle Talk Radio Network. And this is Pete signing out, guys. See y'all.